now you're learning self-healing, okay? You're not going to learn to be a therapist now in 2 months, but you're getting important clues about how to help yourself. And to help yourself, it's important to identify where your challenge is coming from. And so now I'm giving you a range of options where an issue can come from. And I also explain by this way that even if sometimes the issue seems to come from that place, it's not necessarily that it comes from that place. And then when you have an idea about the range of places where you could look for identification, it's helping you to actually understand what's going on. Even if your self-guidance is 100, for example, it doesn't mean that you will not necessarily experience some confusion about where to go, what to do in your life, okay? But what we know, what we understand is that the fault is not coming from the self-guidance. It's from another cause. So we know that the cause of this confusion is coming from somewhere else. And most of the time it comes from wrong beliefs, from beliefs, okay? So it's not, the beliefs prevent the self-guidance to do its job, but the self-guidance is good. Same for someone who have good self-love and still experiencing like challenging love life, let's say, okay? And so that would be because there are other things, it could be karmic imprints, it could be beliefs or wounds from past lives, or, it could be many other things, but it's not necessarily, the problem doesn't come necessarily from the self-love. Okay? That's the beauty of this thing, is that if the majority of you doesn't do that, doesn't relate to that behavior, when you're going to say, if I recognize that I do that, most of you will rebel against it. They say, no, I actually don't criticize myself. I'm actually very self-aware. I worked so much on myself for so long. I know better than criticizing myself, and somehow they would be right. And that's why it's very important to pinpoint exactly the part of you that is doing this. The part of you that resonates with that behavior and that attitude. And by really addressing the really like the weak point, the part of your personality that is actually doing this, it changes the whole thing. It makes all the difference.